Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. Sona bhi, tamasha bhi. Imagine a desert so desolate that it looks like the moon, but hidden beneath its sand is a treasure chest which cost around billions of dollars. हम बात कर रहे हैं रेको डिक की. जी हां दोस्तों, पाकिस्तान लेजेंडरी कॉपर एंड गोल्ड माइन. As you can see here, US to invest $1.3 billion in Pakistan's insurgency hit Baluchistan to mine gold. है ना. अभी अभी रिसेंटली न्यूज आई है कि दैट यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका ने इस प्रोजेक्ट में अराउंड 1.3 बिलियन डॉलर, अगर हम इंडियन करेंसी की बात करें अराउंड 11,000 करोड़ प्लस, है ना, इन्वेस्ट करने का वादा किया है. दिस इज नॉट जस्ट a business deal, it is a high stake international thriller, है ना. एक तरफ दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी यूएस है और दूसरी तरफ बलूचिस्तान का खतरनाक इंसर्जेंसी हिट एरिया. जी हां दोस्तों, क्या ये इन्वेस्टमेंट पाकिस्तान की किस्मत बदल देगी या फिर सुरक्षा यानी कि सिक्योरिटी के मसले इस गोल्डन ड्रीम को पूरी तरीके से ढेर कर देंगे? So let's dive into the fact, है ना, कि बेसिकली कॉन्टेक्स्ट है क्या इस न्यूज का. यूएस क्या यहां पर करना चाहता है, यूएस क्यों इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता है, हिडन एजेंडा क्या है, ये सारी चीजें अभी हम डिस्कस करेंगे, है ना. तो आइए सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं कॉन्टेक्स्ट की, है ना. अ ट्रेजर हंट इन द डेजर्ट रीजन. इमेजिन डिस्कवरिंग अ मैसिव चेस्ट ऑफ गोल्ड एंड कॉपर which is buried in one of the world's largest undeveloped remote areas, है ना. आप कह सकते हैं it is one of the most dangerous region also and remote places on earth, and that is essentially the story of Reko Diq. As you can see here, this location, this Reko Diq region in Baluchistan, which is full of resources, full of minerals, and it is located near the Iran-Pakistan border also. Okay, so this is related to the story of Reko Diq. It is one of the world's largest undeveloped mineral deposits. जी हाँ, which is or it is sitting near the Pakistan-Iran border in the province of Baluchistan. Now let me tell you that there is so much wealth which is buried there that it is expected to generate over $70 billion in cash flow over its lifetime, है ना. इतनी ज्यादा यहां पर वेल्थ है, बट गेटिंग इट आउट इज एक्चुअली डिफिकल्ट. इट इज एक्सपेंसिव एज वेल एज इट इज रिस्की. नाउ द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग हियर इज व्हाट इज दिस डील and who is paying for the shovels here? See, let me tell you that digging up this treasure, it cost a fortune also, specifically around $7 billion to get this project fully running. Around $7 billion की जरूरत पड़ेगी, as you can see here, अगर पूरी तरीके से इस प्रोजेक्ट को चलाना है. एंड पाकिस्तान की अगर हम बात करें, पाकिस्तान इज कैश ट्रैप, सो दे नीड पार्टनर्स. नाउ हु इज अ माइनर देन? अ कैनेडियन कंपनी. जी हां दोस्तों, a Canadian company is a miner here. As you can see here, Barrick Gold Corp, the miner. So a Canadian company which is called as Barrick Gold Corp is the expert running the show. They are the one who is running the show. They are the one who is going to mine. Now, who is the banker here then? So banker is United States of America, as you can see here. So banker is United States of America. Now, the United States is going to invest via its Exim Bank, which is called as Export-Import Bank. So US, via Export-Import Bank, they have promised to loan or invest nearly $1.3 billion to help get things moving. Now, who are the other backers? There are big global lenders also, like Asian Development Bank and International Finance Corporation. They are also helping and they are put together a financing package over, you can say, $2.6 billion, as it is written here also that they are giving $2.6 billion. So if we see the exact thing. So actually, who owns the pies? See, the ownership of the mine is actually split in three ways. Now, how three ways? As you can see here, that 50% of share Barrick Gold Canada. है ना? They are the operators who are doing the actual mining. They are the operators. Okay. Then 25% share belongs to Pakistan federal government, which is owned by 3 state-owned companies. Okay. Then 25% Balochistan government. Balochistan government, which means the local province, and kaha ja raha hai aisa that they will get 10% share for free without paying upfront, and 15% is fully funded. Now the question here is, then why there is danger, why this thing is risky? See, let me tell you that this is not just about digging the holes, it is about the survival. And let me tell you, there are two important issues. First thing is the Wild West setting. Ji haan. First thing is the Wild West setting. Now what is this Wild West setting? See, Balochistan ki agar hum baat kare, it is a sensitive area which actually hit by frequent attacks from the separatists, jihadists, है ना? And keeping the mine and the workers safe in this region, it is a massive security headache. And then logistical nightmare also. Now logistical nightmare kaise? See, aapne copper mine kar liya. Once the copper is mined, it needs to be moved now. So they have to upgrade a railway line also to transport that heavy copper, which concentrate all the way to the port city of Karachi. So that it can be shipped abroad for the processing. That is also a challenge. Now let me tell you, another important thing here is the geopolitics. Now why does US care? Why is the US investing over $1 billion in remote Pakistani province? So let me tell you, there are two important reasons. Now what are those two important reasons? First reason is critical minerals. First is critical minerals. Now how critical minerals? See, the world needs copper for electric vehicles, for phones, as well as for the clean energy also. है ना? आज पूरी दुनिया में कॉपर की एंड रेयर अर्थ मिनरल्स की बहुत जरूरत है, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स के लिए, ईवीज के लिए, फोन्स के लिए, क्लीन एनर्जी के लिए. And US wants to secure these supplies so that they should not be dependent on other countries. किस पर डिपेंडेंट ना हो? स्पेशली चाइना, है ना? तो यूएस एंड अदर कंट्रीज चाहते हैं कि हमें चाइना पे बिल्कुल रिलाई नहीं रहना है. देन सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज डिप्लोमेसी, है ना? सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज डिप्लोमेसी. ना हाउ डिप्लोमेसी? सी, इट इज गोइंग टू स्ट्रेंथन द इकोनॉमिक टाइज विद पाकिस्तान, which is you can say a key player in the region. Now, ठीक है, ये डील हो गई, सारी चीजें हो गई. Then what happened next? So if we talk about the timeline, है ना, अगर सारी चीजें प्लान के मुताबिक होंगी, है ना, if everything goes with the plan, then the mining will start churning out the gold and copper by late 2028. तो 2028 से ये माइनिंग शुरू हो जाएगी, है ना? Now the whole, so in the first phase they are expect to produce 2 lakh metric tons of copper every year. This is the goal. Now what will be the impact for Pakistan? This is the financial lifeline. पाकिस्तान के लिए तो ये financial lifeline हो गई, है ना? This is a financial lifeline, and Pakistan government, they actually hope that this project will signal to the world that Pakistan is a safe haven for business despite the risk. That पाकिस्तान पूरी तरीके से सेफ है ना, बिजनेस के लिए, डिस्पाइट वेरियस रिस्क, है ना? So this is the scenario here. So let me tell you that to make you understand that why nations are racing to control the important rocks or important rare earth minerals like copper, lithium. So just try to understand the situation in 20th century. Now what was the situation in 20th century? In 1900s, oil was the key to power. If you control the oil, you will control the tanks, ships, as well as factories. Now in 21st century, we see that today we are moving away from burning the things like oil or coal, and we are going towards the powering things with electricity. So now the shift has actually crowned a new set of kings, and that new set of king is critical minerals. Now new king कौन है? New king, that is critical minerals. Old king कौन था? Old king was oil, है ना? Old king was oil. So let me tell you that why. So that is why today copper and its cousins like lithium, cobalt, nickel, these minerals are the new geopolitical heavyweights. समझ में आ रहा है? So copper, है ना, nickel, cobalt, all these minerals are new geopolitical heavyweights. Now why? First important thing is the green energy transition. Yes, the green energy transition that we need to understand. As you can see here, see, you cannot build the future without these minerals. See, they are the physical building blocks of green technology, like electric vehicles, EVs. अब अगर मैं आपको एक फैक्ट बताऊं, इलेक्ट्रिक कार जो है that is actually use 3 to 4 times more copper than a gas car, and it also needs a massive battery which is made of lithium, nickel and cobalt. Clear? Second important thing is renewables, है ना? Second important thing here is renewables. Now how renewables, है ना? See, wind turbines and solar panels, they are incredibly metal intensive. Okay. Now, a single offshore wind turbine, it contains tons of copper for its wiring as well as generators. And then the third important thing is grid here. Now, इन सभी ग्रीन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को जगह जगह पे मूव करना, उसके लिए हमें न्यू केबल्स की जरूरत है. और वो न्यू केबल्स किससे बनेंगे? ऑल दीज न्यू केबल्स आर मेड अप ऑफ कॉपर और एल्यूमिनियम. ओके, दिस इज द इंपॉर्टेंस. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज द सप्लाई क्रंच, द स्कैर्सिटी ट्रैप. See, we are actually trying to electrify the whole world at once, but we have not been digging enough mines, and it takes around 10 to 15 years to open a new mine, just like Reko Diq in Pakistan region. अब अगर हम इस चीज की सिनेरियो को देखें तो डिमांड काफी ज्यादा हाई है, डिमांड इज स्काई रॉकेटिंग, बट सप्लाई इज वेरी स्लो टू कैच अप. So this looming shortage makes existing deposit incredibly valuable strategic assets, है ना? Another important thing is the China challenge. अब चाइना कैसे चैलेंज है? This is where the politics gets intense. The current king, China. कैसे चाइना current king है? See, China currently dominates the processing of these minerals. Even if rock is mined in Africa or South America, it often goes to China to be refined into a usable metal. Okay, and then comes the US reaction. अब US का reaction क्या होता है? United States of America as well as Europe, they are very nervous. They do not want to rely on the rival, that is China, for essential ingredients for their economy, है ना? Just like they don't want to rely on Russia for gas. So what should be the strategy? तो अब इनकी strategy क्या है? So their strategy is, this is the main reason that why US is investing around $1.3 billion in Pakistan region, that is Reko Diq, and they are aggressively funding mines in friendly or neutral countries to create a supply chain that actually bypasses China. Okay, and then comes national security perspective. See, let me tell you that these minerals, critical minerals, it is not about cars. It is about defense also. Fighter jets, guidance system, drones and military satellites. All these things require high-tech minerals. And running out of copper or rare earth element does not mean fewer Teslas. It means weaker military also. So overall, if we see, this is a kind of new great game. है ना? Just as the countries, once they fought wars over the oil pipelines, they are now engaging in intense diplomatic as well as economic battles over the mines. Okay, and the country that controls the copper and lithium supply है ना, will also dominate the global economy of 21st century. Okay, now all these things are happening where? Baluchistan. And Baluchistan is also called as land of fear. And to understand that why $7 billion gold mine is at actually risk, you have to look beyond the mine itself. Okay, so let me tell you why there is a risk. The reason here is the fortress versus the death road. मतलब क्या है इसका? See, ये जो माइन है बलूचिस्तान की, it will be like a fortress. It is fenced, drawn, monitored and guarded by a special military units. This is the easy part. What is the hard part here then? The hard part here is logistic nightmare. Now how logistic nightmare? प्रॉब्लम कब आएगी? प्रॉब्लम तब आएगी, सबसे पहली चीज समझिए, आप कॉपर को टेलीपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते हो, है ना? Once copper is mined, it must be moved hundreds of kilometers across a barren desert to the port city of Karachi to be shipped, है ना? तो अब रिस्क क्या होगा? रिस्क होगी सप्लाई चेन, and this supply chain is long, thin and vulnerable line. Trucks, trains, they can be the easy targets. And if rebels blow up a railway track or a bridge in the middle of nowhere, then the entire multi-billion-dollar operation grinds to a halt or it will be damaged or destructed. है ना? Now, अब सवाल ये उठता है, अटैक कौन करेगा? The antagonist who is attacking. The main threat comes from the separatist groups like Baluchistan Liberation Army, as you can see here. Main threat ये है. इनका मोटिव क्या है? इनका मोटिव ये है, इनका ये कहना है कि पाकिस्तान की जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है वो हमारे मिनरल वेल्थ को लूटती है और फॉरेनर्स को बेचती है, जैसे कि चाइना, कनाडा, यूएस, और लोकल पीपल अभी भी पुअर है वहां के. तो इनकी टैक्टिक्स क्या है? दे डोंट जस्ट फाइट विद दी सोल्जर्स, दे स्पेसिफिकली टारगेट दी फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स आल्सो, इंजीनियर्स आल्सो, टू स्केयर अवे दी इंटरनेशनल मनी, है ना? एंड इसमें जो सबसे खतरनाक ब्रिगेड है, दैट ब्रिगेड इज एक्चुअली कॉल्ड एज मजीद ब्रिगेड. जी हां, बहुत ही खतरनाक ब्रिगेड है ये. दिस इज अ फ्राइटनिंग सुसाइड स्क्वाड विद इन दी बलूचिस्तान लिबरेशन आर्मी. They are known for high profile suicidal attacks even on Chinese engineers and stock exchanges, and they have actually warned foreign companies to stay out. And recent news ले लेते हैं, चलो इन सभी को छोड़िए. अभी रिसेंटली, है ना, रिसेंटली अभी क्या हुआ था? February में, in the beginning of the February, armed clashes reported across Baluchistan, है ना, as Baluchistan Liberation Army announces phase 2 of Operation Herof. जी हाँ, recent wake up call, Operation Herof, just a days ago in early February, and this situation got exploded. Baluchistan Liberation Army, they launched a massive coordinated wave of attacks which is called as Operation Herof 2.0. They actually struck across multiple districts simultaneously. Okay. And the scary part was the Barrick Gold. Scary part यहां पर क्या है? Barrick Gold. One of the attacks targeted Nokundi. जी हां. So one of the attacks they actually targeted Nokundi region. Nokundi region which is very close to Reko Diq site. तो ये क्लियर मैसेज था बलूचिस्तान लिबरेशन आर्मी का, that we can reach you, है ना? And then comes the geopolitical crossfire. See, it is not just about the local level. Baluchistan is actually a playground for the spies as well as chaos. Like in Baluchistan region, बहुत सारे ऐसे ग्रुप्स हैं जो ऑपरेट करते हैं. ISISK, they are also active in the region and they also add the layer of religious terrorism to the separatist violence, है ना? And then it has border with Iran. This mine Reko Diq is next to Iran, so militants often hide across the border, which makes very hard for the Pakistani army to reach them or to catch them. Okay, तो इन सभी चीजों का consequence क्या है? Because of these attacks, Barrick Gold is not just digging blindly, they are currently reviewing the project safety also. So the gold is there, but getting out requires operating in a war zone where the local rebels, they feel robbed and armed groups are hunting for foreign targets. This is the scenario. अब सवाल ये उठता है, यहां पर होप मिलेगी या हाइप होगा, है ना? तो फिर क्या रेकोडिक जो रीजन है पाकिस्तान का गेम चेंजर बनेगा कि नहीं? पेपर पर तो ये डील कमाल की लगती है। $70 बिलियन का कैश फ्लो होगा, थाउजेंड्स ऑफ जॉब्स होंगी, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका का सपोर्ट होगा, है ना। बट ग्राउंड रियलिटी थोड़ी सी अलग है, क्योंकि बलूचिस्तान के सेंसिटिव हालत है ना, बलूचिस्तान का अगर हम सेंसिटिव रीजन देखें तो हालात और मजीद ब्रिगेड जो हैं, ये जैसे ग्रुप्स धमकियां के रास्ते में बहुत ही बड़े रोड ब्लॉक्स हैं, ये याद रखिएगा। एंड पाकिस्तान के लिए एक आखिरी मौका भी है। कैसा आखिरी मौका हो सकता है पाकिस्तान के लिए? आखिरी मौका कि अपनी इकोनॉमी को इससे ट्रैक पर ला सके, लेकिन उसके लिए सिर्फ पैसे नहीं बल्कि अमन और शांति यानी कि पीस की भी जरूरत होगी। और अगर 2028 तक यहां से सोना निकालना शुरू हो गया, गोल्ड निकालना शुरू हो गया, कॉपर निकालना शुरू हो गया, तो दुनिया का मैप बदल सकता है। तो यहां पर अगर हम इस पूरी न्यूज की बात करें तो ये जो पूरी न्यूज है, ये सिर्फ एक ही चीज का अभी खेल है, वेट एंड वॉच का खेल है। आशा करता हूं आपको ये पूरा इशू समझ में आया होगा, है ना। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो, थैंक यू सो मच।